The question is the nth term of an AP is P and the sum of the first n terms is S. Prove that the first term is 2S minus Pn by n. Okay. So uh, I say start by saying let the first term of the AP be A1 and the common difference be D. Okay. Now the nth term given here, nth term is P, right? So nth term is P means what? A1 plus n minus 1 into D is equal to P, right?
Yes, sir.
Let us call this equation number 1. Also what is given, if you see that the sum of the first n terms is S, that means Sn is given to be S. That means what is the formula for n terms? It is n by 2 twice A1 plus n minus 1 into D is equal to S, right? So now from here, if you cross multiply, you'll get n times twice A1 plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 2S. So that means you get twice A1 plus n minus 1 into D is equal to 2S by n, right? This is what you'll get. Call this equation number 2, right? Now we solve these two equations. If you see, these two are equations in A1 and D. This is A1, this is D, this is A1, this is D. These two are simultaneous equations, right? So we solve them. How will we solve? We'll solve by let's say see n minus 1 into D is here. We'll solve by elimination method, right? So what you do here is you write this as you write the second equation first, twice A1, or you can write the first equation also, no problem. But you'll get a negative sign. That's the problem. Okay, so to write the first equation 2S by n, and you write the second equation A1 plus n minus 1 into D is equal to P. Okay, so this is our equation number 2, and this is our equation number 1. So because these two are, if you see the coefficient of D is the same, you subtract so that this cancels out, right? So you get 2A1 minus A1, you get A1 is equal to 2S by N minus P, right? And that is, we are done here because they asked you to show that the first term is 2S minus Pn by N. So if you now take the LCM, we'll get the answer. What is the first term? 2S minus Pn by N. And that is your answer. Finished? Clear?
Yes.
So that
Yes, sir.
is what? I'll see number 7 now. The question here is, if the sum of the first 4 terms of an AP is P, and the sum of the first 8 terms is Q, and the sum of the first 12 terms is R, express 3P plus R in terms of P and Q. So let's see what is given here. Sum of the first 4 terms, three pieces of information are given to you. Sum of the first 4 terms is P. Next, sum of the first 8 terms is Q. And next, sum of the first 12 terms is R, right? This is what is given to you. Now we'll use these 3 pieces of information to express 3P plus R in terms of P and Q. So we start from S4. So we have S4 is equal to P. Now, before that, let us say, let the first term of the AP be P, be A1 and the common difference be D. So let the first term of the AP be A1 and the common difference be D. So now we start from S4. So we have S4 is equal to P. Now what is S4? In terms of A1 and D, A1 plus 4 minus 1 into D, right, is equal to P. That means A1 plus 3D is equal to P. We call this equation number 1. Also, S8 is given to be Q. That means A1 plus 8 minus 1 into D is equal to Q. That means A1 plus 7D is equal to Q. Again, we get two equations. We'll keep the third condition S12 for later. Okay. So we'll use the first two conditions to solve for A1 and D. So let us solve 1 and 2. So A1 plus 3D is equal to P we have, and A1 plus 7D is equal to Q. Subtract the two equations because A1 will cancel if you subtract. This will cancel. So how much will you get? Minus 4D is equal to P minus Q. Right? So therefore we are getting here D is equal to P minus Q by minus 4, which is can be written as Q minus P by 4. We have got D. Now we want to get A1. Put the value of D in equation number 1. We'll get A1 just as we solve simultaneous equation. From 1, A1 plus 3. What is the value of D we have got? Q minus P divided by 4 is equal to P. So what is the value of A1? A1 here is P minus 3 times Q minus P by 4. Now I take the LCM. That means A1 is equal to, taking the LCM, you get 4P minus 3Q plus 3P. Okay, so A1 you are getting as, let me write it in the next step. A1 you are getting as 7P minus 3Q divided by 4. So what you see here is that we have calculated D in terms of P and Q. We have calculated A1 in terms of P and Q. That means we have already got the first term and the common difference. That means we can generate the AP. But here the question is not generation of the AP. It is not how to write the AP. We'll use the third condition now. S12 is equal to R. Why should we use the third condition? Because the question here is express 3P plus R in terms of P and Q. Okay, so what we do here is, so we have the third condition is S12 is equal to R. So that means A1 plus 12 minus 1 into D is equal to R. That means A1 plus 11D must be equal to R. Put the value of A1 and D here. Okay, so the value of A1 that we have got above is 7P minus 3Q divided by 4 plus 11 times, and the value of D that we have got is Q minus P by 4 is equal to R. Now what should I do? I should now take the LCM. Okay, if I take the LCM, I'll get 7P minus 3Q plus 11Q minus 11P is equal to R. That means R is equal to 7P minus 11P will give you minus 4P, and 3Q minus 3Q, 11 minus 3Q will give you 8Q plus 8Q, right, divided by 4. So now if you take 4 common, let's say minus 4 common if we take, because okay, I can take 4 common, then only 4 will cancel in the denominator because I have 4. So let's take 4 common plus 4 common. What do I get? I get 2Q minus P divided by 4. This 4 and this 4 cancels. So I get R is equal to 2Q minus P, right? So I have got R in terms of P and Q. Now what is the question? Let's see. The question here is express 3P plus R in terms of P and Q. That means R should not be there. And if you see R, we have already got in terms of P and Q. So therefore 3P plus R should be how much? Therefore 3P plus R, because we need to remove this R, we put R is equal to 2Q minus P here. 3P plus 2Q minus P, right? So this is how much do we get here? 2p plus 2q. That means twice of p plus q. And therefore, have we got 3p plus r in terms of p and q? Yes, that is
Yes.
your answer. Okay. Moving on to the next one. Number 8 is the next one. The question here is the sum of first n terms of an AP is 3, 5.5, 8. The sum of first n terms of an AP, 3, 5.5, 8 is equal to the 2nth term of the AP. So two APs are given to you. See, this is the first AP and this is the second AP, right? Two APs are given to you, right? So the first AP is, let's write it down. The first AP is 3, 5.5, 8, and so on, right? So here, what is your A1? 3. What is the common difference? 5.5 minus 3, which is 2.5. 2.5 is 5 by 2 in terms of mixed fraction, right? So here it is given sum of first terms of the AP is equal to 2nth term of another AP, right? So what is the sum of first n terms of an AP? Sn in this case. How much is Sn? N by 2 twice A1 plus n minus 1 into D, isn't it? Which is equal to n by 2 twice A1, that means 2 into 3, plus n minus 1, and D here is 5 by 2. So we get Sn in terms of n, right? So how much will you get here? N by 2, you get 6 plus 5n by 2 minus 5 by 2, right? So you get here n by 2 into 6 minus 5 by 2, take the LCM here, 2. So you get 12 plus 5n minus 5. So you get here n by 4 times 7 plus 5n, right? This is Sn. That is sum of n terms of this AP. Now we move to the second AP, right? If you see the second AP here given is, the second AP is 16.5, 28.5, 40.5, and so on. So what is the first term here? A1 dashed, because I have already used the notation A1 here. Let us use A1 dashed here. A1 dashed here is 16.5, right? You convert this to a mixed fraction. Improper fraction. You get 33 by 2. And the common difference here is 28.5 minus 16.5, right? Which you get as 12, right? So you got the first term. Let us call this D dashed. Okay, different from the first term and the common difference of the other AP. And what is given here? You see that is equal to the 2nth term of this AP. So we've determined the 2nth term of this AP. Therefore, A2n is the 2nth term dashed, because I'm using dashed here. A2n dashed is equal to A1 dashed plus 2n minus 1, because here n is 2n, 2n minus 1 into D dashed, right? Now put the values, 33 by 2 plus 2n minus 1 D dashed is 12, right? Simplify this, 33 by 2 plus 24n minus 12, right? Now take the LCM here, 2, 33 plus 48n minus 24, right? So how much are we getting here? Is equal to 33 minus 24 is 9 plus 48n by 2, which is equal to 9 by 2 plus 24n, right? So this is the 2nth term. And what, according to a problem, the sum of n terms of this AP must be equal to the 2nth term of this AP. That means Sn must be equal to, according to a problem, Sn must be equal to a 2n dashed, isn't it? So you'll get an equation in n. What is,
Yes.
so what is Sn we have calculated? We have calculated Sn to be n by 4 into 7 plus 5n, right? And we have calculated a 2n dash to be 9 by 2 plus 24n, right? So now we want to simplify this to get an equation in n. So you take the LCM here, 7n plus 5n square divided by 4 is equal to 9 plus 48n divided by 2. So here 2 will cancel. I cross multiply, you get 7n plus 5n square is equal to 18 plus 96n. That means you get 5n square minus 96n, bring everything on the left hand side, plus 7n minus 18 is equal to 0. That means 5n square, and this you get, I think 96 minus 96 plus 7 will give you 89n minus 18 equal to 0. Now 18 into 5 is 90, right? Now 90, how will you break 90 to get 89? It is minus 90 plus n, right? So minus 90n plus n minus 18 equal to 0. So now this is 5n into n minus 18 plus 1 into n minus 18 is equal to 0. That means this has been factorized as 5n plus 1 into n minus 18 is equal to 0. That means n cannot be negative or a fraction, right? Implies either n is equal to 18 or n is equal to minus 1 by 5, which is not possible, right? So we work with n is equal to 18, and that should be your answer. I think that is what was required here, right? Yes, calculate the value of n. So n is equal to 18 we have got. Okay, clear with this?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Moving on to the next sum. Number 9. Question here is A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 are first 5 terms of an AP such that A1 plus A3 plus A5 is equal to minus 12. So given here A1, A2, A3, A4, A5 are in AP, right? Also what is given? A1 plus A3 plus A5 is equal to minus 12. And A1, A2, A3 is equal to 8. Right? So A1 is the first term of the AP. I start by saying let the common difference be D. Right? First term is already given. Let the common difference of the AP be D. Therefore, what should be the AP? A1. A2 will be equal to what? A1 plus D, isn't it? A3 will be equal to A1 plus 2D. A4 will be equal to A1 plus 3D. And A5 will be equal to A1 plus 4D, isn't it? This is the AP, right?
Yes, sir.
I have expressed A2, A3, A4, A5 in terms of A1 and D. So now, given that A1 plus A2 plus A3 is equal to minus 12. Put the values here. A1 we write as A1, A2 we write as A1 plus D, A3 we write as A1 plus 2D is equal to, I think A1 plus A2 plus A5, okay, A3 plus A5, this is my mistake. So this is A1 plus A3 plus A5. This is A1 plus 2D and this is A1 plus 4D is equal to minus 12. So what are we getting here? A1 plus A1 plus A1, 3A1, right? And 2D plus 4D is 6D is equal to minus 12. So now we can take 3 common. We get A1 plus 2D is equal to minus 12. That means here we get A1 plus D, 2D is equal to minus 12 by 3. That means we are getting A1 plus 2D is equal to minus 4, right? So now what is A1 here? A1 is minus 4 minus 2D, right? Let us write this as minus of 4 plus 2D. Or better still, now you can take 1, 2 out also. You can write minus 2 times 2 plus D, right? This way you can write. So what do you see? You have got A1 in terms of D. Let me write this in the next line so that because I'll be using this value, so I'll just write this in the next line. That means A1 in terms of D is minus twice 2 plus D, right? Let us call this 1. Now what is the next condition given here? The next condition given here is A1, A2, A3 is equal to 8. Also A1, A2, A3 is equal to 8. This is the next condition given. So A1 here we write as it is. Instead of A2 we write A1 plus D. And instead of A3 we write A1 plus 2D. So everything has been expressed in terms of A1 and D. Also from 1 what do we see? We know A1 in terms of D. So we put it here. A1 here we have got minus 2 into 2 plus D. Right? We put it here. Also we have minus 2 into 2 plus D plus D. And here we have minus 2 into 2 plus D plus D is equal to 8. Okay, so now what we do here is minus 2 into 2 plus D we keep as it is. And here in this we simplify minus 4 minus 2D plus D. And here we have minus 4 minus 2D plus D, right? So here we have A1 plus, this is 2D, right? So this must also be 2D. Yes, this must also be 2D is equal to 8. So now let's see what we are getting. Plus 2D minus 2D cancels here. So we get minus 2 into 2 plus D. And here we have minus 4 minus D. And here we simply have a minus 4 left. Fine, good enough. So now minus 2 into 2 plus D. Now see here, if you take a minus common here, 4 plus D you will get, right? And here minus 4 is there, is equal to minus 8. Now these two minus signs are going to combine with each other to give you a plus sign. So what are you going to get? Minus 2 into 4 into 2 plus D into 4 plus D is equal to 8, isn't it? So now 4 into 2 will give you minus 8 here, minus 8, 2 plus D into 4 plus D is equal to 8. That means you get 2 plus D into 4 plus D is equal to 8 by minus 8, which is minus 1 actually. 2 plus d into 4 plus d is equal to minus 1. Now you multiply this, you get 8 plus 6d plus d square is equal to minus 1. Now you express this as a quadratic in d. You will get d square plus 6d plus 9 is equal to 0. Now you factorize this. How will you factorize this? See, this is a square, this is b square, twice a b. In fact, this is a perfect square. That means this is b plus 3 whole square is equal to 0. Which is also a factorization. You could have tried middle term factorization also, no problem. You still would have got d plus 3. That means you get d is equal to minus 3, right? So what is the question here? It was such a long sum that I forgot the question. The question is find the first term and the common difference. Okay. So first term we have already, common difference we have got. Therefore, common difference is equal to right. Now, how do you find the first term? What are the equations given here? From 1, what is the first term? A1 in terms of d, you can find the first term from d. First term is equal to A1 is equal to, what was the expression there? From 1, A1 minus 2 into 2 plus d. Minus 2 into 2 plus d. This is from 1. Right? So get minus 2 into 2 plus d is minus 3. So you get minus 2 into minus 1, which is equal to 2. So I've got the first term as 2 and the common difference as minus 3. Are we clear over here?
Yes, sir.
The solution was long, but the sum wasn't too difficult. As you are seeing that in almost all the problems, I'm finding out A1 and D. Okay, so in most of the sums in AP, always try to get the first term and the common difference. Question number 10 here is, in a certain AP, the 24th term is twice the 10th term. So here, I say let the first term be A1 and the common difference be D. Let the first term of the AP be A1 and the common difference be D. So what is given here? In a certain AP, the 24th term is twice the 10th term. So here, according to a problem, the 24th term is twice the 10th term, right? This is what is given to you. What is the 24th term in terms of A1 and D? It is A1 plus 24 minus 1 into D, right? And 10th term is A1 plus 10 minus 1 into D. That means you get A1 plus 23D is equal to twice of A1 plus 9D, right? So from here, you're getting A1 plus 23D is equal to twice A1 plus 18D. That means here you take everything on one side or to get an equation in A1 and D. So twice A1 minus A1 plus 18D minus 23D is equal to 0. You get A1 and this is I think minus 5. D is equal to 0. Okay. Let us call this equation number 1. Right? So we've got an equation in A1 and D. Right? Now the question is, prove that the 72nd term is twice the 34th term. So let us find the 72nd term. So therefore, A72 is the 72nd term. It is A1 plus 72 minus 1 into D. Better still, because I'm getting this, let us call this, write this in terms of A1 and D. So A1 we are getting as A1 is equal to 5D. Now let us call this 1 because we'll use this here. So we get what? A1 plus 70D. Right? Now A1 in terms of D is how much? A1 is 5D plus 75D. So how much are we getting here? We are getting 75. So sorry, this is 70D, not 75. So 72nd term is A1 plus 72 minus 1. So this has to be 71D, right? So this is 5D plus 71D. This is from 1, right? So we're getting 76D. This is we are getting A72. Now let us find out A34. A34 is A1 plus 34 minus 1 into D. We do the same thing here. So A1 plus 33D. Now we again put the value of A1 from 1. What is A1? 5D plus 33D, which is equal to 38D, right? From here, you can write here from 1, right? Now 38, now you see how much is A72? 76. How much is A34? It is 38. This you can write in terms of 72 because double of 38 is 72. So you can write this as half of 72D. And how much is 7? This is half 76, sorry, not 72. 76D. And how much is 76D? 76D is A72. So how much are we getting? A34 is equal to half A72. That means A72 is equal to twice A34. That means 72nd term is equal to twice 34th term, right? And that is what was required to be proved here. See, prove that the 72nd term is twice the 34th term. Are we done?
Yes, sir.
Fine. So I'll stop here.